the first 2 minutes, I'll know exactly whether or not a deal can be.
Trump is motivated by the feeling he may yet win a Nobel Peace Prize.
And the US president has issued a warning to the Russian president, saying that there will be severe consequences if Putin does not agree to stop the war in Ukraine. And this is after a Friday summit in Alaska. Listen to this.
Russia face any consequences if Vladimir Putin does not agree to stop the war after your meeting on Friday?
Yes, they will. Yeah.
What will the consequences
there will be
be?
consequences.
Sanctions, tariffs?
There will be, I don't have to say, there will be very severe consequences.
Trump's remarks came hours after his meeting with the European leaders. He rated the meeting a 10 and said that he is not the one who kept Zelensky away from the Alaska meeting.
We had a very good call. He was on the call. President Zelensky was on the call. I would rate it a 10, you know, very, very friendly. I know the leaders because I was at NATO, as you know. I took it from 2% to 5%, 2% that wasn't paid, 5% that is paid. Which is trillions of dollars in defense capability. No, it was always going to be, I was going to meet with President Putin, and then after that, I'm going to call the leaders and President Zelensky.
European leaders urged Donald Trump to press Vladimir Putin to agree to a ceasefire and a meeting with Volodymyr Zelensky when he sits down with the Russian president on Friday. Trump said he will be talking to Zelensky and European leaders after meeting with Putin. He added that he is open for a trilateral with Zelensky and Putin.
It was always going to be, I was going to meet with President Putin, and then after that, I'm going to call the leaders and President Zelensky. I'm going to call President Zelensky, and then I'll call, probably in that order, the leaders. There's a very good chance that we're going to have a second meeting, which will be more productive than the first, because the first is I'm going to find out where we are and what we're doing.
Donald Trump made it clear that he does not expect a significant outcome from the first meeting. He said that the first meeting will set the tone and the significant outcome can be expected in the second meeting. But he also made it clear that the second meeting won't take place if the first does not go well. The US Treasury Department has temporarily lifted sanctions on financial transactions with Russia to facilitate the summit between Trump and Putin in Alaska. And this authorization, valid until August 20th, allows for transactions necessary for the meeting to proceed without legal or regulatory barriers. With proposals from Europe on the table and clear red lines being drawn between Russia and Ukraine, the common ground between Russia and Ukraine seems far away from the battleground. And earlier today, I spoke with Dr. John Blaxland from Washington, D.C. Dr. Blaxland is a professor of international security and intelligence studies at Strategic and Defense Studies Center. Here's what he had to say on this upcoming meeting.
The current tactical advantage that the Russians have achieved near Pokrovsk is one that is a fairly tenuous one. It's one that the Ukrainians probably have the capability to push back, and it is indicative of a seesawing of the battlefield. The incremental advances that Russia has been able to achieve in the last few months have been at a huge expense materially and in terms of people's lives lost and maimed. So the strip of land that's been captured recently through infiltration tactics and adaptation of use of drones in an innovative way has given them some confidence. But as I say, it's a very tenuous hold, and the Russians have not demonstrated the ability to actually master the full spectrum of offensive and then grab and hold defensive and counterattack tactics and techniques to hold off a counterattack from Ukraine, mindful that this is quite a narrow strip of land, and Ukraine has a big stake in making sure that they get pushed back.